Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. And today I want to do a little comparison video for the upcoming Starlancer Max, because I've been seeing some posts on Reddit that have brought some interesting things to my attention. It is larger than the Taurus significantly. CIG has said it's more close in size to something like the 600i or, possibly the C2. Those ships are kind of in the similar size range. But as you could see here, it's not that much bigger than the Taurus. It still has very comparable components too, with the Taurus coming out ahead in firepower with those 4 size 5 guns, while the Starlancer Max has 4 size 4 pilot control guns. Now, the Starlancer Max does have more DPS in terms of turrets. The Taurus has 1 turret with 2 size 3s, and the Max has 2 turrets with 2 size 4s. So if you are able to play with, 2 other people or even 1 other person, you will have a turret DPS advantage over the Taurus. Now, the Taurus has a tractor beam that you can use to, load the elevator on the bottom. That being said, though, with the Max and the way that, tractor beams work on ships right now, using an Argo Atlas might be preferable, again, depending on how you like to load up your ships, and there is space on the Max for that. And that kind of brings us to the major comparison between these two ships. Now, on paper, the Constellation Taurus has about 168 SCU of cargo, and the Starlancer Max has 225 SCU of cargo, with 128 SCU of cargo on the elevator and 96 SCU of cargo in the cargo hold in the back. Now, the cargo hold in the back is shared between the 3 Starlancer variants. So the Starlancer build and the Starlancer attack also has the same rear cargo area. And this is really important because this rear cargo area is an area that I previously have underestimated. So I want to go over and show you an image that I saw on Reddit that kind of brought upon this video. Alright, so somebody kind of made a graphic showing the cargo layout for the Starlancer Max. So you have 4 32 SCU boxes on the elevator that make up 128 SCU. But back here in the rear cargo area, it only really shows 2 32 SCU boxes, because CIG has stated that they will you put the cargo on the sides, so you have the vehicle garage or vehicle parking area in the middle. So the rear 96 SCU of cargo is actually on either side of this cargo area. But I really couldn't picture what that 96 SCU of cargo actually looks like. So I went back and I watched the official Starlancer Max release video and found an interesting area to take a screenshot. So I want to analyze this cargo area a little bit more to kind of see how much cargo we can really fit back here. Alright, so I paused the video at a critical scene, so we get kind of the best view of this rear cargo area. And as you could see, there's a border around where this 96 SCU of cargo is supposed to stay. So the cargo grid of the Starlancer Max in the rear is these 2 areas on the side here. And we can see a 4 SCU box on this side, 4 SCU stacked up over here, and we have an 8 SCU box in the corner here. So again, we can infer that a 32 SCU box can go here, and we have 1 SCU of height between the top of this 8 SCU box and the roof. So we can, in theory, fit 8 4SU boxes and two 32SU boxes on both sides that total that 96SU. But as you can see here, that leaves a ton of room in the middle, right? And if you have been paying attention to the videos that are going around online of people fitting extra cargo into the C1, because the Starlancer Max has an elevator to the cockpit, you don't need this walking area in the middle. Again, if you're not carrying a ground vehicle, people are going to put cargo in this middle area. That is a given, right? And from the looks of it, you should be able to fit 96 more SCU in the middle, because you look at the width of the middle and you look at the amount of room on each side. So if you could fit 96 SU on these both sides, just kind of picture this cargo grid area extended to where these kind of silver tracks are in the middle. So you could fit 2 more 32 SU boxes in here and 8 more 4 SU boxes in here, doubling that 96 SU of cargo. So you would have 192 SU cargo just back here. So if you combine that with the 128 SU of cargo on the elevator in the front, that totals 320 SCUs of cargo. Based on the looks of this, I would not be surprised if you could fit 5 32 SU boxes back here. But I'm going to be conservative and say 4, right? So you get 1 on each side and then 2 in the middle, and you might have like a slim area in the middle to walk through if you know, in the off chance that you can't fit, 5 32 SU boxes. So let's be conservative and say you could fit 4 32 SU boxes in the back and 16 4SU boxes on the top. Okay, giving you 192 SU in the back. And if you add the 128 SU on the elevator, that is a total of 320 SU cargo, if you don't plan on putting a ground vehicle in this parking area. That, again, is significantly more than the 225 SU cargo that is listed for this ship. Again, that's almost double. And if you compare it to the Taurus, that's, again, over 100 SU more than the Taurus. At 168 with the Taurus and 320 with the Starlancer Max, you're going to be able to carry a lot of cargo with this ship. But the best part of that is that's very easily to be loaded. So if you think about it, you could put 4 32 SU boxes back here and 4 32 SU boxes on the elevator. That gives you 256 SU of cargo, but you've only really moved 8 boxes. So there's a major advantage, in my opinion, with this ship, because you can hold so many 32 SU boxes. And again, if you really want to squeeze out more SU of cargo, you can fit in those 16 4SU cargo boxes. We don't have this ship yet, and I'm sure when it comes out, people are going to see how much cargo it can actually hold, because we're only talking about this area right here. So there's this whole other area in the front here that, you could probably squeeze out, I don't know, maybe another 4 SCU cargo box right here and right here, and then still have room to walk in the middle, right? And you could probably stack them up. So you could probably get 2 more 8 SCU boxes on either side. So that's 16 SU right in this front area where my mouse is. So if you put 432 SU boxes here and two 8 SU boxes here, uh, there are a lot of options with this ship. In my opinion, that is a pretty good value. Now, right now, the Constellation Taurus is $200 and the Starlancer Max is $225. Okay, so if you go for the War Bond upgrade, that is, you're you're paying $25 difference to get almost double the cargo capacity, right? Um, that is very competitive. Now, in my personal opinion, I think that maybe when it goes live for IAE, it might go up in price to 250. I don't know. Again, it is 250 if you are going for store credit. So again, that 225 is the war bond offer. I think that at 250, it's still a really good deal compared to the Taurus. You're getting a lot more amenities too, with the the dining area, kitchenette, pool table. You have full crew rooms with the shower toilet combo, double beds in each room, engineering area. You have the armory area, escape pods. The beds in the Constellation Taurus are supposed to be escape pods, I believe. But again, having a full armory with more guns and stuff, that is a little bit nicer. I know that a lot of people have issues with the crossbars on the Taurus. The visibility is not the best, but then you have the letterbox view out of this. So it it might be depending on what you like more. In my personal opinion, I don't mind the letterbox windshield. The constellation view is just really distracting. And then the handling. The Constellation ships are not the best handling for their size. They kind of handle like they're bigger than they actually are. Uh, mist ships usually handle pretty good. Again, the visibility is not the best because of the letterbox design, but Misk has a lot of maneuvering thrusters on their ships because of that Xi'an, um, uh, you know, partnership that they have. So I think it's going to be a very interesting ship when it actually gets added to the verse during IE. At this price point, you compare it again to other ships like the Corsair. The Corsair has two size 5s and two size 4s because they changed around the guns. It does have those crew rooms, but it is a little bit more cramped, a little bit less creature comforts, much less cargo. I believe the Corsair can only hold 72 SU cargo. Then you have the MSR. The MSRs, I think it can hold around 114 SCU cargo. But the main problem with the MSR is that it only has two size 3 pilot control guns, and that really can't, do a whole lot in this comparison where this, has four size 4s. And the MSR only has two medium shields, while this has one large shield. So that large shield is going to be much better than the MSR. The MSR is like $250. So again, on paper, technically this is the same price as the MSR. The MSR is going to have data running though. So when that comes out, this is good. That's going to be dedicated for the MSR. This is really a cargo hauling ship. But again, another issue with the MSR is that a lot of people don't like walking through the entire ship just to get in and out. With this, you're going to have an elevator up at the front by the cockpit. That's going to be a lot more convenient for people who want to use this ship more regularly. I think that this is a very competitive offering in this class of ships. In my opinion, I would rather have this over Corsair, again, because of those amenities. I think visually the Corsair is a good looking ship, but I think in terms of capabilities, this kind of beats out the Corsair. Again, we don't know about data running with the MSR, but for where the MSR is in game right now, I think this beats that as well. In terms of the Taurus, I think this beats the Taurus. The Taurus interior is very dated. It's very outdated. You have those bunk beds, that little dinette table area, and that's just about it for amenities. And then technically, this is in the same class as the 400i. Has similar size components as the 400i, but the 400i, it just doesn't have anywhere near the cargo, doesn't have anywhere near the firepower. I believe it has two size 4s, two pilot control size 4s. It does have a large shield, so that's on its side, but in terms of usability, it's just not on the same level. It does have that captain's quarters. Again, I think that the size and scale of this ship completely outclasses the 400i. And again, the 400i is in the same price. I think the 400i is about $220. So this is going to be a little bit more expensive than that, but it's going to offer so much more. So this, again, this is going to be a very interesting ship when it comes out. I'm very excited to see what people try, how much cargo people try to fit in here. But I want to hear from you guys in the comments down below. What do you think of this kind of information? Again, at the end of the day, I didn't realize that this is how the cargo layout was going to be in the back of the ship here. And again, if you can fit 192 SU of cargo back here in the max, that means you're also going to be able to fit 192 SU in the tactical and the build, right? In the Starlancer attack and the Starlancer build, they have the same cargo slash garage area in the back across, you know, all three ships. So if you could do it in the max, you're also going to be able to do it in those two ships. So if you're thinking about going for the tactical or the build and you want to wait for that, or maybe you want to get the max, and then when the tactical and build come out, upgrade, you're essentially going to have 100 potentially. Again, I want to put this disclaimer out there. This is off-grid cargo. This is an off-grid cargo area here, but 192 SU is a lot of cargo and would be easily loaded. You know, loading those large boxes is a lot easier to load than a bunch of small boxes. I think that a lot of people are going to be very interested in this ship. So that's going to be it for me in this video, you guys. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me again in another one. Very interesting stuff. Like I always say at the end of these videos, you guys, like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Salut.